Okay. Missed doing this yesterday, so we're doing it today. We are coming back into Cyber Sleuth on the beginning of the next chapter. It's case time. Oops. Oh, that's wrong. What was that? There. Okay. Let's see what's on here right now. A couple of side ones. Number 1 gamer and home security guard. Let's do the security guard first. Now, yeah. How come you know so much about it? Alright. The event got cut short. The music game? No. Beat 'em up competition. That's a weird thing to compete in. Student, don't go to school. Burgers. Sure. Real catch you got this time, Naya. box first. Kyle. Oh, Muchomon's maxed. Let's go with this one. Quetzalmon. Quaddlemon. Couple of virus types to evolve to. For a case, I had no choice. Damn. Almost. You're fine. Take care of Naya. She's a very good person. Number one gamer. Pretty sure this one's over here. I thought it was. No, it's right here. Anything up there? No.
行くぞみんな。君がいてくれてよかった。
Go around Crapple Leomon right now. Leomon.
無理しちゃダメだよ。続けていこう。
Virus.
しちゃダメだよ。
Yeah, I saw that coming. Yeah, Sunshine Beam. Volcanic Strike. Oh, our 3 starters are maxed. Move you over there for now. I guess that's Rapidmon. Nanomons are pick. Lilamon looks like the only one I can do. So. Featuremon's my next lowest. Where's our next case? Shinjuku. He was talking about the labyrinth entrance. So I guess I need to go over to that. Out to kill. Back to Nakano. Who the hell are you? Palmon. Technically it is a flower, not a flower on its head. Let's do the food tour. Chinese place, sushi place, tea house. She really wants that almond rice. Neapolitan pasta. This is the Chinese place, right? Develop completed. Let me hit that and move on to the third restaurant. I believe this is the Japanese place. You've been eating eggs all fucking day. Oh, God. Fish eggs. But it's a pain in the ass to read. Let's go. Things getting vandalized. Do I have memory? I do. I can add some Digimon back into my party. First off, Digimon. Then Yoko on. And I can't fit anymore. Indeed. Look at these burn marks. Weird. Why so? Oh well, this is a Digimon story game. It's quite it's quite a bit different. Like Digimon World had it was a very experimental series for most of its life, and then they finally switched back to the original style. Murderous Intent. But Digimon Story's always been a pretty straightforward monster collection RPG. Next Order's great. One of my favorite games. It doesn't quite top the original Digimon World for me, but I do enjoy Next Order quite a bit. Oh yeah. I didn't want to go ahead and grab Next Order for the newest release to stream immediately, so I just decided to go to this one with some mods. Like Digimon World's a lot of work. And with Next Order, your workload is kind of doubled since you have 2 Digimon to raise. I think my favorite bit of yeah, the one that didn't come out over here. The Cross Wars one was translated, I think, is the one that was being worked on. Yeah, Last Evolution. Something along those lines. I'm pretty sure it's the one with the Digicross system in it. Not Triceramon, Monochromon, who can evolve into Triceramon, I think, in this set of mods. Nice. I've been working on some stuff with the Vital Bracelet myself. Of course, right now it's not a Digimon one. Right now I've got a Kamen Rider one in there. Oh yeah, that one looks good. I've got a couple of the anniversary ones pinned up. The V-Pets just aren't that great for me, but but the Vital Bracelet works really well for me. And I've got the anniversary Vital Bracelet BE. That way it resembles the old V-Pet. Yeah, they are new BE memories technically, but yeah, they're DIMs. Unfortunately, I still only have the one BE memory because those are more expensive than your standard DIMs.
メだよ。
Damn, Rapidmon, you went down hard. Yeah, he was level 1. He had just evolved before I went into this fight. Well, he wasn't level 1, he was level 8. But still. Hit bomb. Metal Mamimon was my original Digimon from World. That was the first one I fully evolved. And that finally broke my combo of the 3 starters being the same level. Oh well. Yeah, a little bit. There's a lot. There's always something. Well, the overall tone of all the games recently, and all the properties with it recently was pretty much set when Digimon World Redigitized came out. From there, it had a pretty distinct direction going forward. Well, this one, they are from the digital world. It's just you don't spend a lot of time interacting with the digital world. Ooh. Batteries just died in this controller. Oh, hate it when there's no warning to that. Yeah. Where they're all, but that's because they just showed up in what was essentially the metaverse. They originated from the digital world. People think they're just programs, but they're not. Yeah, pretty much like that.
ということで、弊社上白エンタープライズとナイルコープとの間に不正な企業買収があったことが分かっちゃったんです。上の許可を得ずに下の悪い子ちゃんたちが勝手にやった昔々の話ではあるもの
Our weird primary antagonist.
甚だ遺憾なことであり、当然許されるべきことではありません。だから部長に課長に平社員
And it is a
代理のお弁当屋さん
one of those semi
ほんの少しでも関係していた
science fiction futures.
みんなやめてもらっちゃいました。そしてこれからは私が CEO として直接会社を運営していくことにしたんです。今までの組織をまるまるっと変えちゃってスピーディーな意思決定でお客様が求める新しいサービスをどんどん生み出していけるようにしていきます。実は今
She's
日
just got weird gloves and a weird top underneath that matches those gloves.
とっておきの大プロジェクトを発表しちゃおうか
Yeah.
と思ってるんです。それは
Like Princess Peach.
今や皆様の生活の基盤ともいえる弊社の基幹サービスエデンの大幅アップデートです。今回のアップデートであんなことやこんなことができるようになっちゃうんですけど、詳細はま
Yeah.
だ秘密。
Because Mireille is a constant with the digital worlds and in the way they were taking the series. It also helps that she's in this, which is a much better written game than Redigitized was. I still haven't played Redigitized Decode though, which does add more scenarios, so that's probably better.
やられたよ。
ええ、敵も去る者、見事に先手を打たれましたね。
お前さんが手に入れてくれた調査資料をもとに上白の強制捜査に踏み切ろうとした矢先だ。上白側からこの件に関するリークがあったんだ。内部告発という形でな。
Yeah, which is one of the scenarios that got added. It was the one with her in it, and the one with that focuses on the X antibody, or the X.
追及する前に向こうから罪を告白したということさ。
うちの上層部はまんまと
Which honestly, that helps so much for that game because
スケープゴートの逮捕で
the Digimon didn't feel like the main thing about the storyline with Base
推
Redigitized.
測の域は出ないが、内部告発自
They
体
felt like
指
they
令の
were
指示によるものだ。
second banana in their own game.
そしてこの会見も奴の巧妙な作戦の一部ってわけだ。
マスコミに報道されて後手後手で謝罪や釈明に回るより、 自分たちから発表した方もはるかに印象がいいだろう。しかも新 CEO の就任とエデン大幅アップデートの発表を同時にやるとは。
世間の目を分散させるいい手だ。まさに岸辺劇場だよ。相手はやはりなかなかのやり手だな。
逆転の一手は岸辺と例のハッカーたち、デモンズとのつながりを証明する物的証拠の確保ですね。
It's fine. I just prefer the standard male character model in this one.
現実世界での特定は難しいだろう。
Really, the entire designs, the way that they decided to go with the designs when they started doing these games felt more Persona-like rather than based in Digimon. But it's a nice mix when you get here.
いえ、あの件に関しては焦って動いても結果は同じだったかもしれません。
Yeah, there's mods to change the character model and whatnot.
まったく、人が真面目に話しているときにせめてもう少し緊張感のある着信音にだな。
Yeah.
ほう、白峰ノキアからの呼び出しか。我々の
I do also have the mods that let you get more costume pieces for this side of the game from the other side of the game.
ウサギを見て犬を放つ
But I
とい
don't
う
really
言葉
use
がある
it.
だろ。今は打つ手がない。相手の出方を待ってみるのも一つの作戦だ。
また女子くんの能力に頼るしかないな。まったくあの子は京ちゃんの親父さんが与えてくれた天の助けってやつかもしれん。
でも少し急いだ方がいいかもしれません。
ん？
あの体をいつまでも維持できる保証はないですし、もしも神城が病院にいるあの子の本体に気づいたら。
ただじゃ済まさないか。
Not as I've seen, but it would absolutely be possible to do it.
ひょっとしたらあえて泳がせているのかもしれません。とっくに気がついているのにね。
だから悪いことにデジモンを利用するハッカーたちをこれ以上ほっとけないっての。遅いよ。君はもういつも遅い。
そんでほっとけないからなんだってんだよ。
決まってるじゃない。デジモン
Yeah, more or less.
のためにハッカーたちをやっつけるの。
おいおい、随分と
I just wish that Survive was more substantial as a game.
この前フェイに負けた時から私の力が足りてないってこと
It's a pretty bare bones strategy half of that game, but an extremely robust visual novel.
二人とも柔道っていうハッカーチームのこと知ってる？
柔道、ちょっと前に活躍したハッカーチームのことだよな。
さすがあなた、よく知ってるね。柔道のメンバーはハッカーなのに普通のユーザーやデジモンを困らせるような悪いことは絶対にしなかったんだって。
だから
I mean, it's at least within the realm of games that they did well before. Because Survive has a turn-based strategy, which is very much like the games that were related to the anime, to Digimon Adventure and Tamers. It's a much better system than those games used, but it's still pretty bare bones.
もちろんリーダーは新ただよ。っていうか新たしかいない。
If anything, it's just it just has beautiful sprites to it.
だって新た優秀なハッカーだもんね。
I've never actually played that because I've
助けてくれたし。
I've got this thing about the dub for that. I really don't like the way that the way they treated that, the way Disney treated Digimon. I really didn't care for.
あ、君も参加だからね。大丈夫大丈夫。心配しなくてもグリーダー補助くらいにはしてあげるから。ね。はい決まり。チーム名はリベリオンズでいい？それかデジモンヘルパーズ。 略してデジヘルでも。
断る。
え？断る？なんでなんで？どうしてどうして？あ、ひょっとしてリーダーっていうのが不満？なんならボスでもキャプテン
I
で
mean
も
that makes
監
sense,
督で
but
も親方で
still,
も
it's
あなたの好きなように。
I would play it with an undub mod to it,
オタクの
but I
ごっ
couldn't I
こ遊び
couldn't
に
do
付
it
き合っ
with
て
the
る
way
暇
that
は
it
ねえ
was
んだ。
handled
ごっこ遊び？
at the time.
俺はあのイカれた病気の原因を探るのに忙しい。勝手にやってろ。おい。オタクも。
Or if they just had a fan translation of the Japanese version of that game, I'd probably do that. Now, when you say Digimon Rumble, do you mean Digimon Rumble Arena, Digimon Rumble Arena 2, or Digimon All-Star Rumble, which is the worst... I honestly think it's the worst video game ever made.
ちょっと話があるんだ。後で新宿に来てくれ。
何よあれ？感じ悪い。
Digimon Rumble Arena. Yeah, that one's pretty great, even for a very altered game with the English version.
仲間になってくれなくったって勝手にやるもん。
But Stephen Bloom did the voice direction for that. They actually had somebody completely do a new set of music for the game, because the original Japanese version had non-vocal versions of the vocal tracks from the anime. And the theme for fighting Reapermon, which is Gokumon in its original name, that's one of the best tracks in all of the games.
なあ、あんた上白優子だよな。あいつから話が聞い
And
て
while
る。
it's
何
a
してんだ？
pretty weird, it can be a pretty hard system to get used to, it's comparable. It's one of the only games of that type that's actually comparable to Smash Brothers in gameplay.
ここにいるって
ああ、あいつに用ってわけな。あいつはこの中だ。うぜえのも一緒だけど。さっきは真剣な顔して何見てたんだ？
あ、いえ。
That seems like way more normal food than she usually looks at.
そんじゃまたな。
And with Digimon Rumble Arena 2, it's an even better game, but they cut so much out of it in terms of what there was before. Never seen that before. That was probably a special release for a specific shop.
こうなったら
I don't recall seeing that ever, but I do remember the cards that they gave away with the movie.
私がリーダーやっちゃう
Yeah, it would be a UK only thing. It's probably a disc that they had elsewhere, but was packaged with something else.
君メンバー集め手伝ってよね何よその長大な沈黙と戸惑いは嫌なの嫌なんですかものすごく先行き不安って感じじゃない
Well, you know that the Blu-ray is coming out, right? That has the actual the version that they made for over here, well, for Western audiences, the Saban movie, and the it also includes the original Japanese version of all three of them that got turned into that movie.
少しは話を分かってくれるんじゃないかって思うんだよね
I think that's for the best, because the Saban soundtrack was very much not the theming of those movies.
あ、ぜいっていうのは NG ね
The stuff kind of came out of nowhere for a lot of it.
だってあいつ変態っぽいじゃんあの喋り方とかあの格好とかあいつは絶対変態だよ変態あれ君取り込み中みたいですね出直してきます
Well, it wasn't that it got a sequel. It was essentially a fallout from the original
あれ
event.
はい
More or less, she's indestructible.
本当に友達だったんだいえ別に友達じゃあひょっとして私たちも友達ってことえそりゃそうだよね友達は友達ってずーっと昔から世の中の摂理だもんね私白峰ノキア
Her outfit is one of those big things that's like, it feels very much like a Persona design.
あなたのことは言うこっちでいい
She's got a very unique character design.
出直してきますゆうこっちまったねそれにしても君ってキャラ薄いのに人間関係結構濃いめだよね
Yeah.
とにかくクーロン行ってユーゴを探そう
She kind of gives
一応事務
off
所に戻って行き先を報告するって
your idol rave type
了解
design.
じゃあクーロンで待ち合わせね前の集合場所で急いで来てよね
With the multiple necklaces and the bracelets.
おや早かったじゃないか。友人からのお呼び出しはもういいのか。リベリオンズ、友達の友達は友達。何を言っているのかさっぱりわからないが、君もなかなか面倒に巻き込まれやすいタイプのようだな。又吉刑事はどうしたのかって。ついさっき帰ったところだよ。今は相手の動きを待つべき時だ。君もしばらくは自由に行動してくれていい。こんな時は友達を助けて
I mean, there's a number of character modeling that does that kind of thing.
何がどう巡り巡って明日の自分のためになるかわからない。ほら、情けは人のためならずというだろう。 情けは人のためならず、使いどころが違うんじゃないかってそう思うのなら正しい意味を自分で調べてみたまえ。
Damn. 8 messages. Luckily, we're getting a little bit better about that, because we had this time. We have like 2010 to 2016 that got really fan servicey for lowly shit, and that that's really uncomfortable now. Like Japan themselves had to start cracking down on that. It got so bad. Let's do Shinjuku first. I think we can do these out of order, or in whatever order we want.
Yo, 遅かったな。ま、来てくれると思ってたぜ。ところで、ノキアは大丈夫なのかよ。
Well, there are. You just have to It's not like it's a whole building. It's usually one floor of a building is your anime figures, and then like another floor will be video games and that kind of thing.
オタクも妙なことに首突っ込まねえ方がいいぜ。中途半端な正義感とか、
Just gotta find the right
生半可な
place.
責任感ってやつが一番始末に悪いんだ。それにリーダーだなんて責任を負うってことの半端なさがあいつには。
I think most of it's probably
今はそんなことはどうでもいい。
yeah, that kind of
オタクに
thing.
話したかったのは、
It-
スウェードってや
I
つの
think
ことで
most of it would be like, oh, here's a cafe, here's a different themed cafe, here's another different themed cafe, and then like the upper floors are usually where the shops are.
もちろん覚えてるよな。怪現象や化け物のことを調べてるとかっつ怪しげな神城の研究者だよ。どうしても
Nothing wrong with
あい
that.
つが話してたことが気になってな。実はこの間痕跡をたどってもう一度あいつに会ったんだ。
That would be a very specific set of specific set of girls to get hired there, though.
尾行されるっていうのはあまりいい気がしないものですね。先日の異種返しというところでしょうか。真田新さん。
That is a thing.
バレバレか。
私に何かご用事でも？
Those are your stepping stone places
前にオタクが話していた
to
ことが
when
気に
people
な
go
って
to a
な。
host club later.
ついでにオタクの調査ってのがどういうもんか。
It's like, I'm not trying to go to the red light district. I'm just going to go to this cafe. Or
あなたのその斜に構えた視線、素敵ですね。それに私の調査に興味を持っていただいているようで。
エデン症候群、イーター、オタクが
もちろん私が知っていることなら何でもお答えしますよ。あそこで出会えたのもきっと何かのご縁でしょうし。
then we've got our actual villain, Pseudo.
エデンからログアウトする前にイーターに精神データを壊されることで覚醒することができなくなる。それがあのイカれた病気が起きる理由だってのが。
ええ、あくまでもまだ仮説ですがね。しかしまさかエデンへのログインが 現実世界の肉体に影響を及ぼすなんてね、興味深いとは思いませんか。
で、どうやったらあの病気を治せんだ？
それはまだわかりません。残念ながら。しかしデジタルシフトについて少し面白い話があります。
I think I'd be more into a themed bar than a
も
themed
ったい
cafe.
つけんなよ。
実はデジタルシフ
Despite
ト
the fact
を
that I
引き
don't
起こ
drink
す
very
デ
much.
ジタルウェーブの異常には一定のパターンが認められることが分かったのです。デジタルシフトの直前に必ず外部から何がしかの干渉がある。その後デジタルウェーブが増幅し、デジタルシフトが起こ
Yeah.
干渉？
る。そうです。つまり何
Airsoft bars
あ
sounds
るいは何か
awesome.
によってデジタルシフトがコントロールされている。そう考えることができるのです。まあこれもあくまで憶測にすみませんがね。
誰かが意図的にデジタルシフトを起こしてるってのか？
ご興味がおありなら調べてみて
And like all we get
デジタルシフ
in
トを
terms of the U.S. really is
何
retro arcade bars
それにしても
and like pinball bars,
どうしてそんなに
and it's like the worst place to
いいかい
have arcade games because people drink and destroy arcade machines,
俺はどうしても知りてえんだ。
and that's my job. I fix arcade machines in a bar.
手がかりになるものがねえか、この辺りを探してみてえんだ。お宅にとってもあれだ、乗りかかった船ってやつだろ。なあ、手伝ってくれよ。そうこなくっちゃな。よし、行こうぜ。
Like it's always, we're gonna spill some shit in a, in a game. Tactician USB. We got a winner. They gotta do a real bit of damage for that. We had this one where some girl sat on Mortal Kombat, on the controls of Mortal Kombat, and she broke the stick with her butt. And every time there's social media posts from the bar, it's girls sitting on the arcade games, and I'm like, stop letting these people sit on the arcade games. Yeah, they hit it at a specific angle so hard that the clip that holds the stick on there popped right off, so the stick just came right out. They're always letting them sit on the arcade games. With a wisp. I really do like the music mod on this too. It just expands the amount of music tracks that you get for battle. Oh no, these are at the very least they're old school arcade machines. So the parts are nowhere near as ridiculous as modern arcades, which I have worked modern arcade machines too, and those fucking suck. They like you can. The repairs are cheap, but if they break something like the board, like if they get enough beer in there to fry a board, that's when you get real problems. Because then it could be a rare game. It's usually not, though. Most of the games in there are pretty common, except for pretty much Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. That one's a little bit more uncommon. But it would be really hard for them to break that CPS2 board. Yeah. I think Ashens did that at one point. He like had the double dragon board just sitting in his stove. He just had no storage for it, yeah. And he found out it was in there because they were about to start preheating the oven for one of those cooking videos. Nice.
やっと繋がったな。さっきのはなんだ？オタク、一体何をしたんだ？とにかく今からそっち行く。何が起きたのか詳しく聞かせてもらうからな。なるほどな。じゃあ。
I know he's always got storage issues because of just the amount of random shit that he's got.
あの時イーターに食われてたんだな。スウェードの仮説は間違ってなかったってことか。コネクトジャンプ。その体だからできるゲートってことだな。てか、悪い。あの時俺がオタクを置いていかなければ。気にすんなってか。オタク。
The alien shooter. There's a bunch of those now. So, are you talking about the original arcade game, Aliens? Just Aliens? Oh, the 3D. So, something more along the lines of Armageddon. I think there was one before Armageddon, but Armageddon I think is the most recent one.
お、どうかしたのか？何か？
We had that one at the other arcade I worked at. Yeah. One of those ones with the rifles on each side. Yeah, we had that. It's the same arcade hardware as Terminator Salvation and I believe that Rambo arcade game.
なあ、もちろんオタクも行くだろう。目的ははっきりしたからな。よし、行こうぜ。
I think Virtual Cop 3 also uses a similar set.
見た感じ。
Oh yeah, Dinosaur King. That was a spin-off of Mushi King. I've never actually seen any of those in the wild. But I was really good at the version they had on Yakuza, which was Mesu King, where they they did Mushi King with girls.
行くぞみんな
Yeah. There was also one that was the same concept, but with just animals of all types, and I think the most powerful card was like the planet Earth itself. There's still a Time Crisis 4 over at this movie theater near my apartment. I was never big on Time Crisis though. I was always more Virtual Cop. I always felt Sega had the better light gun games. House of the Dead 3. That's not a common one to hear about. It's usually House of the Dead 2 that people talk about. Another one that Sega had that I really liked that was the same sort of game was Sega's Golden Gun. That was Sega's Golden Gun was like House of the Dead, except you fight Chinese mythology. Oh, there's Fast and the Furious. In fact, there's a lot of Fast and Furious ones. Fast and Furious Super Bikes is one, but those are ones I've got at work, as Super Bikes. But standard Fast and Furious I know was modified. You could get an upgrade set for a San Francisco Rush to turn it into Fast and Furious. That was probably Hydro Thunder. That's a really good arcade one too. It's a lot better in the arcade than it was on console too. It's just that hardware that you can... Yeah, if I had a shifter for my PC, I could totally play that too. But I don't have like a shifter, I've just got a wheel. Like I got the wheel because I got really tired of arcade games that were driving arcade games that I couldn't really play. They work great for those. They work awful. It works awful for actual racing games for me. Well, not like good racing games like kart racers. I was trying to use it on kart racers, and those fucking suck with this because those are made for a controller. God damn, I swapped to the wrong type. Yeah, use Metal Armor Blade to make up for that. Mario Kart Arcade, there's 3 of them. There's Mario Kart Arcade GP, Arcade GP 2, and Arcade GP, oh man, I don't remember exactly what, but the one that's currently the modern arcade hardware is the 3rd one. Arcade GP Special, maybe, I think is the new one. The first one was really good. The first one has Pac-Man, I think. Then the second one has Miss Pac-Man and Blinky added. Yeah, that would be the first one. There's a way to emulate those on the Wii too. Just the Triforce board ones, which would be the first and second one. I don't think the second one works quite as well either. There's a couple of places in where the town where I live that has some of those. They've got those, and I think the what the hell is it called? I'm blanking on the anime that it's based on now. Yeah, the Initial D games. They've got a bunch of those too. Like, they're really good racing games, but it's a little bit too much for me. But they do have the card system on those to where you can save your data and all that. Let's see about these Tactician USBs. For now. Let's give them to Genryumon. Give one to Genryumon. Just for safekeeping. And to Growlmon. Doesn't ring a bell, but I know that there's a lot of stuff like that. Just give him defense. Fine with that. Intelligence. SP. Works. Speed. There we go. Just attack it. can't believe it survived. Daytona is still the gold standard for arcade racing. Always, you don't even need more than the first track. It's just I have that on the Xbox though, the arcade version that they ported to the 360. And that's got that's usually the way I play Daytona now. I mean, Daytona essentially it uses the Daytona license, but not official NASCAR. I think they still have a whole arcade full of those at the Daytona Speedway. Which, if there was any with an actual NASCAR license on it, that would be the place where it would be. There was a NASCAR racing game, though. You might be thinking about that. That would probably be a little bit different hardware, though. That on VP Darumon here. A lot of good that poison does. That's probably Super Bikes, which is a subset of the Fast and Furious games. Like with flips and stuff, that would definitely be that era. But there's also MotoGP and stuff that uses that same hardware now. Though I don't think MotoGP has any way to flip or anything like that. The weirdest arcade game I've worked on, I mean, they're all just so off these days. Um, or seen. I've seen a good number because some of the local places have that go around to the convention scene here have things like the table flip game that I don't remember the name of, but it's a Japanese one where you flip the table as part of the actual game. And there's a few more gimmicks like that. I broke one of those once. This was before I had the I even had the ability to do the job that I do now, but it was at Disney World in a hotel. They had the stacker, the big stacker with the with like the doors and everything, and it was just set up to pay out tickets. But I was so good at stopping it, I was able to win every single time I played it. And I had won so many times in a row that it just paid out all the tickets and then stopped. and it just would not work. Yeah. That's exactly the one I'm talking about. I also since have worked on those and had to figure out how to stop people from messing with the fucking doors on them. They are. They literally are rigged. The way that those work is they have a they have an extremely narrow window to actually get the block or on the proper spot. And yeah, most arcade games of chance in an arcade, they're rigged. And even the ones that aren't games of chance are subtly rigged in modern arcades. What was I here for? I was here for something. Oh right, I used a memory expansion. But like for instance, the modern Ninja Turtles arcade game, the one that was for the Nickelodeon series, the CG Nickelodeon series. After a certain amount of time, it throws more enemies at you than you're supposed to have in that level. So it just wears you down. Yeah, and that's absolutely what they are. It's an even worse corruption of, oh, we want your money. arcade machines. I don't have enough. Oh well. I think by far the worst arcade game about stealing your money is going to be Double Dragon 3 though. Because Double Dragon 3 is basically the original game with paid DLC. Because you had shops, and the shops used actual quarters in Double Dragon 3. Yeah. Any rock paper scissors video game does that though. Dotted. Like with rock paper scissors, you've got it all goes back to Alex Kidd. Alex Kidd had the same problem. The computer would just win, and that was every boss fight in Alex Kidd. Was John Ken. That would be Drum Mania. Probably. There's a couple of Drum Mania ripoffs too that are like that. But like Guitar Freaks, Drum Mania, and there was one other that was an instrument type. It was the same sort of thing. Oh, Paradise. It's the whole dome of Konami ones. Yeah, I've got one of those at work. It's not the best thing in the world, but it is a Konami made it. They commissioned Konami to make it with the Guitar Freaks hardware. Of course, Guitar Freaks only had 3 buttons instead of 5, but Guitar Freaks was actually way harder than Guitar Hero was.
イーターを倒せば元に戻るってのは変わらないみたいだな。にしてもだ、あのバケモンは倒せたけど、何がこのイカれた現象をコントロールしてるのか結局分からずじまいだったな。例のあの病気のことだって新しい情報はつかめなかったし。
おほー、これは
オタク、どうしてここに？
デジタルシフトを感知して来てみたんです。お二人ともひょっとしてあの中に？そうでしたか。どうして声をかけてくれなかったんです？なんとも水臭い話じゃありませんか。
The arcade hardware for Guitar Hero does hold up a lot better than the home version. Probably because Konami made it for
あ
arcades.
りませんでしたか。
ああ、まあ強いて言うなら、あのバケモンが人間を食って変身したってことぐらいか。
それは興味深い。その情報は私が立てている新しい仮説とも一致する。
新しい仮説？
どうやらイーターは取り込んだものに合わせて少しずつ形を変えているようなのです。今回のイーターは人間のデータを取り込むことによって人の形に近づいた。ひょっとするとイーターは単純なデジタルデータでは飽き足らず、物質世界の有機生命体である人間のデータをも取り込もうとしているのかもしれません。
人間のデータを一体何のために？
そこまでは分かりません。今はまだね。お二方、貴重な情報をありがとうございました。
おい、待てよ。
はあ？まだ話足りないか？私もだいぶ疲れてしまいましたね。私もあなたのことは好ましいと思っていますが。
気持ち悪いこと言って
I
んじゃね
mean,
えよ。
the novelty wears off after you've messed with them for a
ない
while.
ものに巻かれまいとするアウトロー感。
And luckily, most of the ones that I work on aren't my type of arcade game.
またお会いしましょう。近いうちにね。
Like the one you've got Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter there, that's really good. But we've also got NFL Blitz and NBA Showtime, which are both definitely not my kind of thing.
あいつ、やっぱりうさんくさいな。本当に研究だけが目的なのか？よし。
And of course, Ninja Turtles. Out of the whole place, Ninja Turtles would be what I would spend most of my time with.
納得いくまで調べてやるんだよ。あの
It's just
スレードって
original
やつ
Ninja
の正
Turtles,
体
though.
と神城のことをな。どうやって調べるかって？もちろん神城の本社に潜入す
And
る。
in a modern arcade, there's just nothing for me at a modern arcade.
簡単なことだろ。オタクのコネクトジャンプと俺のハッキングを使えばな。それにコネだってあるじゃないか。少し作戦を考える。また連絡するわ。
I've never done this one first. Well, Streets of Rage 2 was for Genesis, and then they ported it to the arcade in with those Genesis hardware ones. The same way as Golden Axe 2 and Golden Axe 3 were in the arcades like that, but Golden Axe Revenge of Death Adder was its own thing. Fatal Fury is your whole Neo Geo port it to other things. Which Neo Geo is always fun too. I didn't mean to go to the Digilab. I wanted to go to... I actually wouldn't mind having a Neo Geo cab. One of those 4-slot ones, so that you can have 4 games in it. That too. Like, Neo Geo was a straight port home. It took a long time before other consoles could even really run Neo Geo games the way they were meant to be. No one's coming on to you.
それってどういう。
ねえノキア、ナンパって何？
ああ、ナンパって私のエロカワボディを狙って愚かなオスどもが繰り広げる禁断の果実的な祭典なの。
なんだかよくわかんないけど怖そうだね。
そう、怖いの。ただしイケメンにだけは許されるの。
君は何を言っているんだ？
ユーゴ、こんなところでいきなり会うなんて超偶然。この偶然、ちょっと運命とか感じちゃうな私。ちょうどあなたに話したいことがあったから。
You never really notice, but Nokia has a 2-tone dress. The front of it's white, the back of it's black.
君の主張は理解した。
Oh, that's mostly what things end up being these days. These days, anyway. An actual arcade is really hard to come by. You'll get family fun center arcades and things like that, which is mostly ticket redemption games, which are basically slot machines. But yeah, with your retro arcades, you'll find them in stuff like bars and really specific shops. There's Japanese style arcades that are basically retro arcades in town, and those are basically part of anime shops and things like that.
このクーロンでもう一度ハッカーたちをまとめ直し、その役目を果たすのが君じゃない、僕だ。
ちょっと待ちなさいよ。何よどいつもこいつもまったく私にだってやれるっつうのねえ。
And coin pushers are going away pretty much too. There's still coin pushers, but they're mostly cards for ticket redemption, where the cards will pay out on those. They've mostly started shifting from coin pushers to like marble pushers, where instead of coins, it's just a bunch of marbles in the game. Well, the hideouts are this way, so. Our aims are different. here. Go to the demon's hideout. Yeah, it most of the time I'll see in a modern arcade you'll see your ticket redemption stuff, and it's weird ticket redemption stuff. Like throw these ping pong balls at lights and change their color. It's a lot of fiddly physical stuff that you have to be really specific about maintenance. And that's why all arcade stuff is super expensive now. Yeah. Those are pretty common too. I mean, even when I was a kid, it wasn't good ticket redemption stuff, but at least there was something to do. There was that game with spiders to where it had buttons on the floor and you stomp the buttons. Yeah.
私たちは無敵だよ。
It's stuff that's more like carnival games than a video game these days. Oh, Dragon Ball Heroes? Yeah, that's Dragon Ball Heroes. They had figures and stuff for that too. And that Dragon Ball Heroes is where you had the what if characters and stuff that would come in.
どこへどうした？そんなに驚いた顔をして。また幽霊だとでも思ったのか？もしも彼女が
I think I've heard of that.
悪いハッカーたちと戦うことになったら
I should check those.
守ってあげてほしい。純粋にデジモンを助けようとする彼女を危険な目に遭わせるのは忍びない。それにこれ以上このエデンでまた会おう。ずいぶんと遅かったじゃないか。いやいや構わんよ。こちらはやはり情けは人のためならずだな。ノキア君は好きにやらせてやるといい。彼女は言動
I haven't had a good
軽々しい娘ではなさそうだ。
free game from any of the services recently though.
彼女なりに熟慮して出した答えなのだろう。我々新田君の
Probably doesn't help that I don't check the PS4 too much.
彼の作戦立案を待とうじゃないか。
And games with gold was usually something not worth my time.
なんだか周囲がざわざわしてきたな。 今度はそ
Yeah,
の
Game
ざわ
Pass
ざわに
seems to be the better
ゾク
place
ゾク
to
しようじゃないか
to play stuff. Anyway, I think Game Pass is just better suited than the free games every month is deal. Cassette beasts. Alright, it's getting to be about that time. So I'm going to go ahead and call it here for this, and I will be back in a little while. Yeah, I figured it was something along those lines, like either a monster collector or something more along the lines of Beyblade, because Beyblade uses that kind of thing too. But yeah, I will be back in probably 20 minutes with with Gundam Breaker 3. We've still got DLC to go through with Gundam Breaker 3. So I will see you in a bit. You have a good one.